Greetings, friends, and welcome to today's dose of inspiration. If I were to ask you right now, what's the number one thing that keeps people out of heaven, what would you say? I'm going to give you just a second to think about that. Get your answer in your head, or even go ahead and write it in the comments before I give you my answer. I believe that the number one thing that keeps people out of heaven is unforgiveness. The Bible is very clear about how we treat other people and how we respond when they do things to us that's not right. Jesus said, "If you don't forgive men of their trespasses, neither will my Father in heaven forgive yours." Wow, think about that. None of us lives a perfect, sinless life. Not at all. Every single day we're making mistakes and falling short. And if we expect to have God's forgiveness in our life, we have to be willing to extend forgiveness towards others. And do you know, I believe this is probably the number one thing that trips Christians up more than anything else, the issue of forgiveness, because it's hard. I'm not even going to pretend that it's something easy to do. It's really hard to forgive people when they have done us wrong, but it is absolutely a must. You know, the Bible says that offenses must come, but woe to them to whom they come through. It's inevitable that someone is going to do something to offend you. They're going to hurt your feelings, talk to you in a wrong way. Maybe someone is going to steal from you at some point. Maybe they're going to lie about you and mar your character. So many different types of offenses can come, and it is so easy for us to stay trapped in unforgiveness, which eventually turns to bitterness. But you know, that is nothing but poison for yourself. Often, very often, what I find to be true is that the person who is holding on to the offense, the person who is walking in unforgiveness, is really the one who's bound up, because what I have learned and discovered, the person who usually does the offending moves right on with their life. Sometimes they are even completely unaware that they have even offended another. It is very easy to offend people without even knowing it. And even when we do offend people and we know it, it's still easy for us just to go ahead and move on with life. You know, I think about maybe a woman whose husband has cheated on her. He comes to a point where maybe he is genuinely sorry and comes to her begging for forgiveness, and he repents to her for his behavior. And it's easy for him to then go ahead and move on with his life, accepting forgiveness from God and accepting forgiveness, or what he perceives to be forgiveness, from her. And he goes on and he continues to enjoy life. And yet here she is left with the decision. I can either hold on to those feelings of pain and hurt and betrayal, or I can release them and let them go. If she chooses at that point to hold on to that, she's the one in bondage, not him. He's free. So I want to just encourage you all today to begin looking at things in a new perspective. When you choose to not forgive someone, you are the prisoner. You are the one in a bondage. And that bondage very well could be the thing that keeps you from missing out on an eternity with God. I want to thank you all so very much for tuning in today. Until next time, I pray that you will walk in the favor and blessings of the Lord. See you soon.